Welcome to DIY ELIQUID recipes. I'm John, and today we are going to talk about vegetable glycerin's hydroscopic property and how can that affect you and your e-liquids. So before I say anything else, hydroscopic means absorbing or attracting moisture from the air. Now, the best example to prove that vegetable glycerin is hydroscopic is the mouth dryness one can get from vaping. It is noticed more by people just starting vaping, and you can find endless questions about the topic, with usually the answer being just drink some water before your vaping session and you'll be fine. Now, just to back up a little better this fact about vegetable glycerin, I will quickly show you one of my sources that also talks about the same topic. This article here says, as mentioned earlier, glycerin is a chemical compound extremely hydroscopic in nature. Further down, for instance, if one leaves a bottle of unadulterated glycerin open to air in his or her kitchen, it will absorb moisture or humidity from the air, and ultimately the solution will comprise 80% glycerin and 20% water. In this portion, they don't mention how long this will take, but it still sounds damaging enough having that high of dilution just with regular air humidity. Finishing with the sources, I would like to leave this here also. Owing to its hydroscopic nature, when 100% pure glycerin is placed on the tongue, it may cause a blister or eruption. This is primarily owing to the fact that glycerin is basically dehydrating. And now, before ending, also to talk about the effect on your e-liquids and supplies. Other than using airtight lids, which I believe almost everyone now does, the only other thing you can do is to try and make smaller amounts of finished e-liquids, thus minimizing the time it spends in the bottle. Moisture will tend to make flavoring in e-liquids mute or faint much faster, and it will be a lot more pronounced in light flavors like fruits. Having also an e-liquid with a high amount of moisture in it, it will tend to clog coils and cause pops and crackles in your device. And now a bonus answer, since I don't think it's worth making a separate video about it, is propylene glycol hydroscopic too? And the answer is yes, of course it is. It will also readily absorb moisture from the air, and for some people it might even be more dehydrating than vegetable glycerin itself. So there you have it. You can also do some of your own research about this topic. Just as a note, sometimes glycerin will be mentioned as glycerol, but in fact both are different names referring to the same molecule. Now, thank you for being here for one more episode. Leave your thoughts about this topic if you have something to share too, and I will see you again next time.